we streaming on Twitch or on YouTube?
I thought it was both.
Okay, I didn't know you had that set up.
I didn't know I had it set up either. But
Do
I
you
made
have
it.
it set up?
I think I got it to work.
Cool.
I'll be the judge of that.
Uh-oh.
Well, I haven't got any notifications yet.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there we go. Live on YouTube.
That's good. I think that YouTube is the more important of them, not necessary and the reason is not that it's a better platform, but the reason is because these are comments from YouTube. So there's definitely people from YouTube that care about this.
But everyone watches on Twitch. That's where
They might, but it will. Oh shit! That's my voice.
That
amateur
is your
hour.
voice.
Goddamn amateur hour.
So
You know what
we
you
should
came here
probably
for.
try to get through the opening of this nice and quick.
Oh my, he's in a rush. He's in a
I'm
big
in
rush,
a bit of a
folks.
rush.
Why are you in a rush, Jebs?
I have an audition at 2:00 for a vehicle, a car commercial. I'm not going to say what company or what kind of car, but I have to. It's a big one.
Helpful Honda Days.
What?
It's Helpful Honda Days, I would guess.
I can't talk about any of that. Like,
Yeah.
it seems like it's not really the right time of year for that, anyways, right?
Well, it's almost that time of year, so if they shoot it now,
Let's move on. I have an audition at 2:00.
They're probably gonna get you in one of those blue shirts. No, you'll be a person that they help, and they'll be like,
Oh my god!
like,
Can you stop pontificating about this? I sign NDAs. Now I'm not saying anything.
You haven't said anything. I'm just guessing.
Well, I mean, I don't know what to do in my pitch. Do I say that that's not what it is?
Then
But-
they're gonna be like, you'll be like, oh, I just really want a new surfboard, and I just haven't been able to get one, and they'll be like, oh, well, that's crazy because today we're gonna buy you a new surfboard.
Yeah, that would be nice. But you are now just fantasizing about your own life. You want a Honda Day surfboard.
I don't want a Honda Days surfboard.
It's a surfboard shaped like a Honda. So today we've got a special guest host. I'm sure you won't really even notice a difference in quality or
Oh, God.
anything.
Oh, God.
Zach is hosting today's show, so he's in charge. Danny, he's in a corporate meeting, and he's doing a hiring fair, and he can't make it today.
He's hiring new hosts, hopefully.
He's hiring new hosts, new editors, somebody to play Dark Souls. So I know there's probably a lot of animosity right now, but don't worry, Danny's hiring a huge new group of people. We're going to have like 100 people on our staff next week. But today, Zach's the host. So go ahead and host it, Zach.
No, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. I can see how bad my internet is right now. I'm surprised if anyone's actually able to view anything.
What do you mean? How bad's your internet?
It's terrible. Well, it's shared.
Well, you probably shouldn't be watching what you're streaming because that's the Urabura of bandwidth.
How do you stop watching what you're streaming?
Well, you have to avert your eyes first, which is tough.
Okay, I close my eyes.
Are you?
Is it not possible for people to see?
No, I can see it on Twitch. It's fine.
All right. Yeah. You don't got to worry about it. Don't worry, Zach. We'll read it to you, and as the host, you just you react.
Okay,
Host
cool.
reacts to comments.
That's totally what
Plus-
a good host does.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any announcements today?
I am very close to signing a lease on a new place.
You
and
haven't signed it? I thought you said you signed it.
Why would I be making this announcement if that's what had happened?
God, I'm so. I was like, I already popped the champagne. I've been celebrating. I'm drunk.
I signed the lease on Wednesday. I move in on the 1st, and I went and inspected the apartment, and they've got cable internet in there, and then they also have a Verizon fiber optics box in the closet.
Holy shit.
So I could potentially have fiber optics sometime in November. I will probably continue to use my T-Mobile thing for the first half of the month because I'm going to be gone in the middle of the month. But eventually, soon,
where are you going to be gone to?
Stable, reliable internet at my house
about you traveling
with my big computer, not my laptop. So everything should go back to normal in a little bit.
Where the hell are you going?
I'm teaching a string of classes up north.
Fine.
Oh,
I
right.
didn't
You're
hear
going
about this till
to
just now.
Hayfield, Hartford?
No, I got out of Hayward. I'm teaching where am I teaching? I'm teaching around Santa Cruz, and then I'm teaching one around Merced. And it's like Saturday and then the next Saturday, so I'm not going to drive back down and then drive back up.
That's crazy. I know when you have to do quick commutes that are long distance, I guess, but like on a regular basis.
So I'm just going to stay up there. I'll go camping or I'll go visit friends or whatever.
Yeah. Don't.
Okay, yeah. All right, host with the most.
I'm sorry. I'm terrified.
Do your bit.
You're talking about going camping. I have a friend who's leaving Hawaii and he's moving to California. And he's just kind of like, hey, I'm gonna go camping. He has a really bad head injury he had gotten recently from falling out of the back of a U-Haul truck, and now he's gonna go camping off with his girlfriend and his 4 dogs. And I'm like, guess I'll be reading about you in the news, won't I?
Yeah.
What would you be reading about them in the news?
Well, you heard about that family on the Appalachian Trail.
Oh, I thought, is that a different one from the family that was in California? And the what is it? There was another whole family that was found dead.
I think that's the family we're talking about. But then there's of course the
That's the Appalachian Trail. I thought it was West Coast.
Well, no, I think they're from California, but
that makes sense.
Why would you be on the Appalachia right now? Isn't it cold as hell?
Well, yeah, and it's supposedly they died of hypothermia and dehydration, and so it was a 1-year-old and their dog that they dragged along because they're just these go-getting couples, I guess. That don't need to be actually.
I didn't realize that. I thought they died of dehydration. Actually, wait, no, it's not. Partially. This is a totally different story than I heard, because I heard they were over by the Grand Canyon. Like some sort of a hiking trail like that. And
it's just a little arm of the Appalachia just touches the Grand Canyon, just a little bit.
So
it's like a side trail. It's not on the main trunk,
The story I heard was
it's called Highway 66.
So hot. They started the trail early in the morning with their 1-year-old, and it was like 60 degrees. It was like almost chilly, but they had started, and by about 2 o'clock, a few hours later, they had gotten far down into the mountain and the temperature had risen to about 90 degrees. And they decided that it was too hard to go back up, so they started hiking further down. But by the middle of the day, it got to be like 100 degrees. They weren't really that far away, but they had gone
in the Grand Canyon.
They weren't that far. Like
they're 1.7 miles away from their car.
Yeah, but they were.
But it was that's like straight down. That's like the most straight up and down.
Yeah,
switchbacks. But isn't well, I guess it's like 7 miles to Ghost Camp. Because if you just keep pushing downhill, you end up at a place like there's a store.
I know no one wanted to say it at the time.
What's that?
James said "rised."
Oh. Yeah, don't worry about James's English. He's from a different place.
It's not old English.
Have you seen
New English? Danny ain't here right now. You're gonna get the new school English.
At the top of his family tree is the secretary from Ghostbusters, and then it just like descends down from there.
Oh, this is gonna be a running bit. Nice.
Yeah, I love it.
What was her name?
Especially that movie's coming out. It's gonna be great.
Oh, Ghostbusters
she's in it too.
Afterlife. Oh, she is. She was in the one with the Melissa McCarthy and Leslie Jones. She had a small cameo.
Yeah, she's really good. She was so funny in the 90s.
Oh God, Annie Potts. Boom! Nailed it.
It's pretty good. If it's right.
It is
you
right.
You said it with such confidence, I'm not going to check.
I heard it in a video I watched recently. 2 guys were talking about her, and What
were the guys like? Were they cute?
They're super cute. I wish I had a reference point of really what they look like, but they look like you guys, but better looking. Kind of like what's on James's t-shirt.
Oh.
Those guys. Yeah. Andrew WK and Ron Burgundy.
We should probably get into some of these comments now that the announcements are done.
You don't have any announcements?
I already announced that I've got a live stand-up show in El Segundo on November 16th.
Where?
at the Brew City Brewery.
Be there.
It's really close to Manhattan Beach.
Well, I'll be out of town. That's right in the time frame.
Jeez.
Rough stuff.
Well,
Yeah,
right.
what else do you have booked?
Yeah.
I have shows
nip this
every
in the bud now.
Sunday in November in Palm
Okay.
Springs, but those
Busy.
are private shows.
You.
Those are not that
That's
much
disgusting.
OnlyFans?
I thought you stopped doing that kind of work, James.
I do table service at a private gig.
People eat sushi off his body. Oh, those chopsticks.
Yeah.
Okay.
They call me the California roll.
That's not actually sushi.
Yeah, I'm not.
You cannot use that to smear the wasabi on your sushi.
But yeah, those shows, unless you go to the Diamond Bar Resorts and are thinking about getting a membership, which I'm just a performer. I don't know if it's a good deal. I don't even know what the deal is. But unless you're a Diamond Bar Resort member, you can't come.
This sounds so Squid Games-esque.
It's 100. Yeah, it's one of those. It's not.
It's not timeshare.
100% a timeshare, but it is a timeshare because it's like you buy a subscription to stay at like places all over the world.
Oh yeah, a lot of spots kind of are starting to do that, huh? Anyone that has like sister hotel or chains.
I mean, it's really nice if you have it, but I'm sure it's expensive. But
I have no idea. When I first started doing the shows, I thought that I was going to have to like end the comedy show with like, all right, guys, we need you to sign up for this like Diamond Bar Resort. They don't do a pitch. They don't do anything. We just do the show. We're gone. And I think that then later they hard sell them like in the morning over breakfast. I have no idea.
Yeah,
morning,
you're one of the perks. They're like, actually, I didn't like that show last night, so I'm not going to do this.
I mean, I don't know how much I should get into it, but have I told either of you the nightmare scenario of what had happened in these shows?
What?
Is it
so
not the sushi
let me just
thing?
preface this. I used to do the show with somebody else, and that person was so bad they lost the gig. But luckily, Matt Gerard is opening his new agency and was able to scoop this show up. But when I was at Matt Gerard's wedding, the person who originally booked the show, and I don't want to say his name, and I don't want to bring flack to him, but he came back from Florida. He's a Florida man to do the show while Matt and I
think I met that guy at NACA one time.
You probably did. You probably did. But in the show that I wasn't at, it was such a bad show, somebody walked out of the performance, and while they walked out of the performance, this man shouted, "What do you think this is, Afghanistan? You can't pull out early." And like the manager of the building got up and like, exactly, because while I don't know a lot about who's going to these Diamond Bar Resorts, there's one thing that unifies them. They're typically, not one thing, there's a few things.
They're conservative.
A lot of them are older, they're conservative. And there's a lot of military veterans there. I'm not sure why. It's just the way it is. And
wait. Okay, I need you to privately tell me who yelled that. You will.
You might or might
privately.
not know him, but he's not somebody from like our circle of friends. He's somebody that like studied with Del Close in the 90s and
those are the worst.
Lives in Florida. But did you do the beach show where we had to go out to the beach?
The lawyers.
That's the guy. The lawyer convention that we did the show for, or whatever you want to call that.
I've never disappointed so many lawyers in one afternoon.
Yeah. The guy that booked that show is the guy that yelled that out. And then afterwards, Matt and I came back the following week to do the show. And she's like, "Is this person with you?" And we're like, "No." She's like, "Good, because he's never allowed on our properties again."
What was he? I mean, he wasn't, but yeah. Yikes.
Yeah, he did a lot of bad things. That was just the cherry on top. When the manager of the building like isn't even gonna tell you to stop, like just like leaves the whole premises and can't even be there, you know you've done something wrong.
Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, it's too soon.
But now Matt Gerard has picked this gig up, and I'm getting paid more than I was before, and we're gonna do a better comedy show. So
I'm wondering, like, because even if you were like, what is this? This isn't Vietnam. You can't pull out early.
Afghanistan.
Like, that's still. I know he said Afghanistan, but like, even if you did Vietnam, it's still too soon.
Yeah, it's not funny, and it's also just not funny.
That's
If
I mean, I guess
somebody's
that's the
leaving,
more important part.
if somebody's leaving your show because it's so bad, you're probably not going to win them over with an unfunny joke. And the other problem with this performance, this is the other thing before it even started. Like with us, we booked a lot of people from the West Side Comedy Theater. We even tried to get you to come, Morgan.
Yeah,
But
there's zero chance that's
zero
ever
chance.
happening. God, I thought you were doing a bit because of how strongly I told you these shows were terrible, and then you asked me to do one, and I thought you were being funny.
Was it funny?
No, not when I found out it was real. It was insulting.
So anyway, so we got people from the West Side and we did these shows. But when we were gone, this person from Florida doesn't know people from the West Side, and this show's in Palm Springs, so he's not just going to get people from the West Side to go 4 hours away.
Yeah.
So he got local actors in Palm Springs to do this show. They show up to this Diamond Bar Resort. They've never met each other, and in front of the staff, it's like, "Oh, it's nice to meet you. We've never done the show. We've never seen the show. We have no idea what we're doing today." Like, you don't tell the people that you're about to do a show for thousands of dollars for that you don't know each other and you've never heard about the show before. Like, that's not a good start. So what usually you do is you come in if you've never done the show or you haven't worked with somebody and you tell them, "Yeah, we've worked together for years." You just do the show. That's that. You don't have like a meet and greet with all the new actors you're meeting. It's insane. Sorry. We should get to the comments.
James is the one that's in a hurry.
I just have a real hard time staying on task. I've got a lot of stories to tell.
And a lot of them are meant to keep people on the outside. Like, you guys, that was an inside joke for you guys, or story. We're never going to know who
It wasn't
you're
really a
referencing.
joke. It was a horror story.
I know. And in case you didn't want to warn any of these people in case they run into this guy, they're going to have to be surprised and find their own story.
The thing is that you like learn pretty quickly that you shouldn't take those shows. Like when you're a young improviser, wet behind the ears, trying to like your book work where you're getting paid, and you do one of these lawyer beat shows, and then you're like, "Oh yeah, I forgot." Don't ever take a show from someone who is not a good improviser because they're probably also not good at anything else.
It pays pretty good. It pays pretty good, you know?
James is just a sucker for
that lawyer improv
check.
show that I did. My fingers were bleeding at the end of it because I was told to dig a 3-foot by 3-foot hole in the sand, and I had no idea. I thought this was something this guy did all the time. So I started off innocently digging until I was like measuring it, and it's like, man, it is hard to dig 3 feet deep and 3 feet wide.
Forget what mine was. It was either shooting like those little
a Nerf
darts
gun that would just blow in the wind.
Yeah, or it was the frisbee thing, frisbee toss or whatever it was.
Yeah,
but
I remember. I thought it was
dumb.
It was so dumb. I think it was Dave Sill that had the dart gun. Because that was
I just remember
like
that
mine
being
was
a
the
thing
hardest,
that was
but that was the worst because the Nerf bullets in the wind by the ocean just blew everywhere, and all the targets were like paper targets on the ground, and they just blow
falling
everywhere.
over. And they're literally just dollar store targets on the ground, like away from these lawyers. They're lawyers, like
over 100 lawyers have gathered for us to do like a team building workshop for them, and
here's your Nerf gun.
They definitely bonded over their hate of that game.
Yeah.
And us. Either way. All right, James keeps doing these humble bumbles.
Well, hey, real quickly, did you guys see that Nerf gun that looks like a needler from Halo?
No, that's sick though.
Looks pretty epic.
That sounds awesome.
Just kind of like
guns are getting pretty fun.
Yeah, they're getting pretty nuts. And then there's that like Xbox mini fridge or whatever.
What the hell is
of course
the
they
mini
all.
fridge? Does it actually work as an Xbox?
No, but you've seen the Xbox, right? How it's like a little refrigerator shape.
I mean,
it's square and tall.
Sure,
rectangular.
Yeah, and so someone made like a joke that was like, "Oh, look at this like Xbox refrigerator," and then they made a bunch of mini fridges, and then scalpers bought them, and then. Yeah, now they're expensive, as
you know. What would be really
imagine.
Funny is if they were not really like it was like in really tiny print, like not a fucking fridge. So all these scalpers like got them all when they first released, and they just have garbage in their hands. Oh, would I love the scalpers to have garbage. I hate the
Wow.
fact that they like get all like first day release of like whatever Nintendo or whatever thing, and they jack the price on Amazon. It's not the spirit of gamers. Gamers are known for being super pleasant and supportive of each other.
Oh no, you don't remember like Gamergate or like all of the like right wing like alt-right like men's rights activist stuff that goes through the gaming community every once in a while?
I thought we were all supposed to like get together and cross counsel, cross play. Like I thought that was the future. Not
Cross council?
like playing.
I object to that term. I don't.
The council does not approve.
The council does not approve. All right, so
Yeah, let's talk about Ring of Pain.
Ring of Pain. So
Are we
it's
out
a
of time?
fun game. It's like kind of a card game.
Yeah.
Kind of like a I don't know. I don't know what you'd call it. It's not really
Cool.
like anything I've played before.
I
But
bet
Seti
when we
says
hear
it's
these
nice
comments, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to see the variety from these Humble Bundle games, and that's true. There's a huge variety. I'd say one big theme with Humble Bundle choice games are roguelikes, which I like because they're easy to pick up and put down.
Well, and
Zach comes in saying it's also on Xbox Game Pass. Did you play this game, Zach?
no, I saw that it was on there, but since I
It's-
did also subscribe to the Humble Choice bundle or monthly or whatever, I got it through there as well. I just noticed it, and I was like, oh, well, if someone wants to try it still, they can go that avenue.
Yeah, it is fun. It is a fun game. I enjoyed it.
It kind of reminded me of that game we played at your place that you have that's actual card game, and you'd build your own dungeon.
Boss Monster?
Yeah, it kind of reminded me
Yeah,
of that a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. I like these types of card game roguelikes. I've played a game called what's it called?
Slay the Spire?
Nomad or something. It's not as much like Slay the Spire as you'd think, but it's kind of like more like Hell Train, where you're going through the train cars.
Hell
and
Train.
Have you played that game?
Monster Train?
Monster Train. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Like the train is out of hell. I loved that game, and this
It's
game.
so
That's what
bad.
I'd say this is most similar to.
Slay the from like a card game playing perspective, Slay the Spire is definitely the best of those.
Yeah, I actually haven't played it.
You should check it out. It's really good.
I
Yeah,
will.
the mechanics
That
are
is, like,
great.
right
The
up my
art's
alley.
good. Like, yeah, the replayability is definitely there. It's worth it.
Tech for Too Long says inappropriate comment inbound. I don't know what this says. I hope it's not really bad. I always wanted to be a card game player, but my friends would rather clam dove.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god!
What the fuck?
I don't have a...
I think you meant. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you meant clam dive, not clam dove. So I can see how you guys would be offended. Yeah.
clam
Yeah.
dove.
Maybe I'll
yeah.
take this one. I've always
It
wanted to be a
says
card
dove.
game player, but my friends would rather clam dive on their moms than be a card nerd. I was like, hey, why not try this? Could be fun. Met with silence and apathy. Thanks, James. Vid was fun to watch. I could be interested in something like this. Plus, no clam busting. I win.
What? I win.
Yeah.
Okay, that
If
is
there's
inappropriate.
if there's no clam
You know what-
busting, no one wins.
You shouldn't feel ashamed to be a card game player. Some of the best games on the planet are card
Yeah.
games. Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon.
Is that how you pronounce it? Yu-Gi-Oh?
No, it's Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay. All right. That's fair. I wasn't trying to correct you. I was just saying it wrong, I thought, my whole life.
But
I thought it was Yu-Gi-Oh.
clam diving our moms. What the fuck?
El Scorcho says this game is a thrill to watch. I might stream this one sometime.
Barton, not even 2 minutes in, and James is getting the mechanics wrong. Game looks pretty cool. James.
Well, not even 2 minutes wrong. Like I'm by no means an expert on these games. I'm just playing it. I might have been wrong. I don't know exactly what I was wrong with the mechanics, but I was learning as I went. I got pretty far.
You should get me in on this. You know that I'm an expert card game player.
I would love to share this game with you. Maybe we'll do a revisit of Ring of Pain and play a little bit. It would be easy to like have you control it. It's not like a speed.
Can we play against each other?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's a single player game.
Yeah.
But I would love to see you give it a run.
El Mono Mike, it feels like a dungeon in that they gave you a Magic the Gathering or a Yu-Gi-Oh deck of cards to get through it, which is fun. That's how the Slay the Spire is, except for your the element that I like about Slay the Spire is that you're deck building as you go as well. So it's not like a deck and you see how far it'll go. Like you're adding cards mid game to it. Simon Boxer, Dev here. Thanks for playing. Oh no,
Wait, what that?
Dev here. Thanks for playing our game.
God.
Loving your bespoke voiceovers. Haha. The Twitch integration lets viewers draw creature art and item art to replace the original game art. Also, you can let viewers vote on item choices. We wanted to make something where viewers could get involved in a creative way. A tip: if you play again, we work hard to make the player health bar a great source of truth. Wait, James, did you say something bad about this game in the thing?
Holy shit!
I ripped it to bits. I was like, whoever made this game can go Clive Dove on my ma. No, I said
Clive Dove? Gosh dang it.
That's
I don't
past
want to
tense,
say
right?
the actual words. I loved the game, so I was enjoying the whole thing.
Previous news like Spineback spike damage, or that players won't take damage from a frozen exploder. Freeze prevents creature death effects. You can press RT on items to read keywords. I tend to look at my health a lot when assessing what to attack or where to move when a damage preview is unexpected. I'll check the equipment or creature might be influencing it. Still find synergies that surprise me sometimes. Always love watching first impressions as it also helps us see we can better communicate. Thanks again. That means that he's going to take your advice.
They're
and I would
gonna
say that
dumb
you
this
are not
game down so much you can play it on a mobile device with one finger.
Can we go to?
No, it's
Can
a
you
great game. I
respond to
really
that,
love it.
man? At least I can't believe the
I mean,
developer's
sure.
like on top of his games that much that he's like
Yeah,
here,
but the
and he's
problem is
also
if I
being
rush a
very
response
nice.
right
Yeah,
now.
he'll do it later. James
Oh,
can't
yeah,
write
yeah,
in the
yeah.
moment.
I'm
It takes
I'm
him
a
He's
sing-
the
Oh, we're not getting any
slowest
pre-made
goddamn
ones?
emailer I've ever seen in my whole life.
Oh, chicken pecking.
No, not just chicken pecking. He doesn't know what to write, and then he'll write something, and then he'll reread it, and then he'll rewrite it, and then he'll
I'll
rewrite it
delete
again,
it.
and then
That's
he'll read
also
it.
why I
It's
don't do tweets.
amazing. It's
Yeah,
hard to watch.
I will. It takes me like an hour to send a simple email.
It's crazy.
Well,
He's
the
like-
worst part is I have so much anxiety when I do it. Like my heart's racing. I'm sweating. It's awful.
Fingers are slipping all over the keys.
Yeah, I've
Huh?
been there recording. James is like, oh, I just have to send this email real quick, and then we can continue recording. And
Yeah,
then after a while, I'm like, James, just write this, and let's get going. Jesus Christ.
The Twitch
And it's like
integration
simple
is
stuff
awesome.
like, oh, I'll be there at 11 o'clock on Wednesday, or whatever it is. It's like not...
Well,
No.
I need to make sure that they
Fine.
know that I'm talking about 11 o'clock my time. I don't know where they are or whatever. You know, I'm thorough.
James, you
I
know you
try
can
to
make that
it...
go away, right?
What?
That
No.
that news thing that you just made pop up there.
How would you know? How would you know what the news is if you don't have your Microsoft Edge news player?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Good point.
I might take you up on that, but I kind of enjoy it. Sometimes it distracts me for long periods of time.
Every PC at the office, I've removed that from.
Oh, this is going to be painful. God, I read through these already, and it hurts. Backseat Gaming, you got this. Thank you. Morgan Slurps. There's absolutely a coffee slurp there. Morgan Sprays. That's newer. I didn't see the spray.
What is the
but I'm not gonna
spray?
click it.
Oh,
I slurp
guess-
and then spray coffee?
An hour later, you must like sneeze. Oh, I think you might sneeze in the video or something.
Can I see my sneeze, please?
I mean, I don't know what's going to happen when I click this.
It's just going to go to it. What are you talking about?
It's going to be an advertisement.
Just skip it. It's 2 seconds.
Oh.
oh, fucking VRBO my ass. Oh,
Yeah.
he got sick to his tummy.
Well, have you watched this video?
Oh yeah.
Dark Page. Oh, James, I'll give you one more vid, then I'll give you his dirty little secret. Actually, never mind. This will be good for you. What the hell is the dirty little secret?
I love it.
I mean, that's the worst part to hear is there's a dirty little secret.
You already
I haven't
got out
died
of
that many
Mitter.
times. I haven't really died that many times. It's a long fight. I did a count. I died less than 10 times against him in this video. Sometimes
Okay.
there's bosses.
And how many
that you
times
die...
the video before? And how many the video before? It's still
I mean, we can
3
figure it
hours
out.
worth of.
And Dan.
Again, I
That's
mean,
the
I'm
problem. It's
getting
3
really
hours
close.
worth of.
I had him down to like 5% health on that last attack. And what I really needed right there, when I got that close, all I need to do is take a week off. I just need to take a week off and come in fresh. And yeah, but so we're going to go at it again today, but I got so close to beating him. I don't know. I break under the pressure of having him so close to dead.
Can we
My
see
guess
that one?
is
Yeah, I want to
my
see
guess
this.
is this is probably where he's almost dead. Look at his
Oh.
health.
Oh, that's not 5%.
Yeah, that's not 5. That's like maybe an eighth.
Oh, yeah, 69. That's what it's saying,
69. Yeah. Oh, 69 died. I guess I'll be going for 96.
That's a Squid Games reference.
Yeah.
It is a good
Kamikaze
Squid
is
Game reference.
Morgan. What is wrong with you trying to get Baba to agree to a bet? He should have agreed to it. It shows his lack of confidence.
I've
ability.
never let somebody take over before in my life. Why would I let you take over? And like, if you do beat him, then I will have to. Then I will have not beat him. Like, I need to beat him. It's my destiny.
I know. That's why I was trying to put some pressure there.
El Mano Mike, I think, might be responding to something
where's the
that's
rest
up
of?
higher.
Yeah, he's got a long thread telling you what to do.
Yeah, I think it might just be up there. Basically, they're saying that I shouldn't do the healing. Okay, I'm not totally against it, but they're saying that if I get rid of that stuff, I'll have an extra flask. Extra flask. All right. El Scorcho, I agree with Morgan. He should take the next episode off. It's not going to happen, Morgan. You're not getting out of this. He's just criticizing James at this point. Yeah, I agree with this person there, which is distracting for James. Still agree, Morgan. You're not getting out of this. James has to battle two frenemies at once. Gale's not my friend. You're wrong. Gentle Lentil is my friend. All coaches on strike. That's dangerous.
Yeah, all the coaches should strike.
No.
General strike.
Yeah. Come on, stand with me, Morgan. Let's do this together. We can fight this tyranny.
I mean, I just don't see how I could be looking like I'm attacking James when I'm just trying to get him to not play bad. And
I'm
he
not
refuses
playing bad.
to
I'm
listen
doing
to me.
pretty good.
All right. I mean, I won't say anything about like when it gets to this point, like I would rather just not say anything about the fight or the game and just let you play the game and we can talk about something else.
Okay, we can do that. But now when I hear that there's like a gimmick to the battle, there's a dirty little secret, that makes me enraged. That means that you guys have known this the whole time. You see me struggling, you shit all over me, and you're not going to tell me the secret.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyways.
Yes.
Also, there's extra stuff to do in this area. Go to the far right-hand area as you go into that area, and you'll see a building. You have an extra match in there. Good luck. But don't try that now until Gale is dead. I don't think it'll happen because he didn't exhaust her dialogue. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think she may show up just because he killed Philinor. But you may be right. He may have needed to exhaust her dialogue first. Oh. Simon says, man, you do like no damage. But I do take him down to like 4% health.
Your damage is trash.
Now, I don't know what Lori is referencing here, but watching James play is a little like watching Dr. Pimple Popper. It's disgusting, but you can't stop watching. Is that really what is that? Is
just
really...
get it on your phone, pull it up on YouTube. Pull it up on YouTube.
Yeah, people come in with like cysts or like
tasty.
Yeah, they pop them.
Oh yeah, there's just always such interesting colors of oozes. Oh, this one guy literally has this like thing drain from the center of his chest, and it kind of reminds me of like the Ouroboros kind of like creature from fucking Resident Evil 5. Speaking of which, Resident Evil 5, you guys still playing that?
We made a video. It's uploaded. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It didn't release yet.
Ooh,
wow.
Pins and needles.
That should have been an announcement.
Sorry.
Coming soon.
Okay, accounts.
All right. So the amazing take, and now I'm hungry. Got to eat the. Oh, that's. Ralph Murphy's with me. What's Dr. Pimple Popper? Why would you even start watching something with a name like that? I totally agree, Ralph. You see a thumbnail and your morbid curiosity and disbelief takes over, and you're left asking, why?
I remember the first like giant back pimple video that like went around the internet. Do you remember that?
I
It was
remember
like
a bloat fly. Do you remember that?
Ooh, those are
no,
fun
There
to
was
that's
watch
somebody
too.
extracting a bloat fly from somebody's belly, and that was probably the
Ew.
most horrifying thing I've ever seen online.
Oh
And
my.
it reminds me kind of what you're talking about. And I'd really rather not think about it.
Nick
It's gonna
Hanley.
make me puke.
Oh man.
I'm gonna try hard here, so stay with me. Okay, bud? Look, here's the problem. You are overly concerned with defense and not concerned enough with offense. The bottom line is that you kill bosses with offense. As far as taking damage goes, the less time you are fighting, the less damage you will take, so kill the boss quickly. Agreed. Stop worrying about your shield and your armor and tears of denial and instead concentrate on your damage. Like maybe chaos infuse the claymore and level it up. The damage will surprise you. James, you've got to stop pussyfooting around. Pull up your pants and get the job done. Do more damage and stop being a girl's blouse. Okay?
I don't know
What's
what that means. But Neolite says, listen to this man, please. He speaks the truth. Always be on the offense. Alex Richards, here. Yeah, stop hating on Canadian advice. Okay. So what I've got to do is I've just got to search out another chaos gem, level up the claymore.
You're looking for another Infinity Stone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's we should be able to do that pretty quick, right?
Yeah, you just don't have a lot of you don't have souls really, but
I don't have souls, I don't have chaos stones, and I don't even know if I have a claymore. I probably do, but I don't know. And I don't know if I have the strength to swing the claymore. I don't like this. Like Nick's probably got a real good point here, but that's changing strategy.
But you're not going to listen to him
because he's Canadian.
Every time I change strategies, I get in big trouble.
Is it because you don't know, James? Don't. See, this is why I get combative during the videos. You don't get in trouble for changing strategies. You get in trouble for going back to the same strategy that didn't work a million times over and over and over again.
Morgan, that strategy I was using seemed to be almost working. I only failed at it 3 times.
Yeah.
It failed 3 times.
But don't characterize it as if whenever you change strategies, you get in trouble. It's when you change to bad strategies that are known to have been not working.
We're gonna have to agree to disagree.
Oh,
I'm gonna fight you.
I'll try to find I'll try to see if I have the clay.
I gotta leave this. I'm gonna jump in my car. I'm gonna drive over to your house. I'm gonna fight you.
I'll see if I have a claymore, and we'll.
You better at least have a claymore. I'm bringing a sword.
No, please don't bring a sword to my home.
If you don't ride around LA with a sword in your car, I feel bad for you, son.
But a claymore doesn't fit in very many cars.
Oh God, what song did you just do that to? My brain, I'm so lost. I'm thinking of Holy Grail. I see Punkert like defending James's honor and leaping up and like taking Morgan's head off while he comes in.
Like
no way,
rabbit?
I would just slice Punkert in half as she jumped at me.
No, and Punkert would split into 2. It'd be like a Dark Souls creature where then there'd be 2 Punkerts all of a sudden, like, haha, you cannot destroy us. All of a sudden, cut its head off. Hydra Punkert appears. Phase 2 Punkert.
Oh no,
James
right,
is
let's
just
see what
standing
James
behind.
did.
Let's see.
Street Sharks.
Oh my God! Really?
Street Sharks attack.
Just skip it. Just skip
Dude,
it.
install ad blocker, man.
Oh yeah, when you went to use the ember and instead you
removed it.
Removed it, yeah, and it got murdered while it was in the menu.
Yeah, that was my bad. That was my bad. But this is a really good point. Kamikaze Ice reminds Morgan, don't you remember? James only likes pity. Praise and compliments, are unacceptable for the Heen machine.
Yeah.
I could take praise and compliments too.
It just doesn't affect you because you expect it.
I demand it. Then Kamikaze says, why would you bring Danny in and spoil the boss for him? You should be punished by appearing on Danny's souls for that.
Yeah.
I think that was your idea.
Yeah. Well, I was just trying to get out of it.
Ralph Murphy says, weird. When I looked at this a couple hours ago, there was 9 up, 6 down. Now it's 12 and 1. Interesting. It is interesting. I never saw that.
Here we go. This is why you get in
Neil,
trouble.
no offense to whoever told you to use the regen stuff, but goddamn, now we're back to square one. James, for the love of God, if you need to heal, just use the damn Estus flask that is intended the way to heal in Dark Souls. All those regen health spells are meant to be used when you're progressing in areas, not during boss fights.
Yeah, here. Agreed.
Well, but it worked.
Bully, gentlemen.
I went from,
Bully,
I
bully,
went from
bully,
doing
can we get a
bad
bully?
to doing good. I almost beat that boss. Like
All I hear is
times. I almost beat that boss 3 times. There's a
That's
dirty
all
I
I
must
hear.
have
you could
order.
tell me.
I must have order. James Heaney is now has time to defend himself.
all I hear is
Yeah.
just
I'm
like
told,
a high pitched.
I got the
Brown note.
regen stuff got me almost to beat the boss like 3 times. It's
In your-
way better.
So
So
I-
that is an example of it
I'm
almost
gonna keep
working.
on my same strategy.
By the logic, I've almost
No one
beat him
believes
3
you.
times.
No,
Almost beat him
like
3 times.
you can just say that you're going to do the same strategy. Nobody believes that it's like a good strategy. You know, you're not going to convince anybody of that because they know the numbers.
What do you mean they know the numbers?
They know
They
how much.
they didn't see that I brought the boss almost to dead. It was the closest to winning I've ever had by doing the regen
Do you think
strategy.
What are you,
And
Paul
now
Walker
instead
from
of-
Fast and the Furious? I almost
think you're
had
gonna-
you. You never had me. You never had
Do
your
you think-
car.
Do you think that you're going to convince people that your strategy is good, even if you beat him?
It's a great strategy, and it's not even mine. I wish I could claim this great strategy, but it was a suggestion of a viewer, and I've got to honor it, and I've got to commit to the
You're
strategy.
only honoring it and committing it because it's the strategy that you want to use. Because if you were just doing it based on suggestion, then you would do what Nick Hanley said. You would get the Claymore and the
Okay,
Chaos Stone.
we're
and
getting
do
the
more damage.
Claymore today, but it's going to probably be the first 30 minutes where I'm going to be looking for the Claymore, getting all the stuff. I'm going to probably take 1 or 2 swings
I'm
at
not
the
telling
boss.
you what to do, James. I'm just
I'm
saying.
just telling you, I'm going to do it.
I'm
I'm going to follow
saying
that.
that's why you're doing this strategy and not
No,
all the other
I'll do
strategies
the
that have been
Claymore
suggested to
strategy,
you.
but then it's
No,
going
I'm
to
not
be
telling
me
you to
getting
do that,
1 or
and you would only
I'm
be doing
doing-
that because
I'm
you
gonna do it.
want to, not because
I'm going to
of
do
the
it
actual
for
suggestion.
you and the suggestion.
I'm saying don't do it.
Well, too late. I'm going to do it.
See,
And
this
it's
is,
your fault.
I don't understand how people don't understand how frustrating it is to interact.
All right. Amazing Jays. I think James should be celebrated for his creative problem solving and coming up with an interesting way to fight this boss that many people would not have seen. The original Dark Souls with James' playthrough was so brilliantly entertaining because all of the off-beaten items and spells James tried to incorporate where no other walkthrough would dare to try. Wow, thank you. Lest everyone has forgotten that in Dark Souls 1, James finally beat Owen Smo in his first playthrough using a caster build on the attempt where after having been forced to use up all of his Estus flasks in the fight, James manages to get Super Ornstein stuck in a loop behind a broken pillar for 15 seconds while James is able to safely and consistently pelt him with 7 to 8 heavy soul arrows to eliminate the final third of the boss HP. Really good job discovering this strategy against Gale for yourself, James. Wow, that's incredible. Amazing Jays gets Commenter of the Week.
Jay's Commenter of the Week.
Glaciers. Well, a warm up after a pause is good thinking. Not so much when you do it versus enemies that are barely able to fight back, even less so if you die to them. Refusing the bet was super weak.
Yeah.
At least you won't get backstabbed because you got no back.
Spineless.
Burn!
Not disappointed with overall performance since I don't really care anymore. Oh, just waiting for that race event.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying, James.
Oh,
Is
the
that-
race
is that
event's
the
been
Ron
going on for
Burgundy
at
thing?
least like hundreds of years.
You've broken pill.
Okay, well, unfortunately, we got worst comment of the week. It's Pelagius.
Wow. You're a monster.
There, I said it. Elmano Mike. The more you dodge and attack on point, you give time for the ring and the shield to do their job. Just focus on DPS. Okay. If you're going to cast spells near him like this, I suggest using the ring that lets you cast faster. I actually tested the casting ring. It does not affect the faith. And if it does, it's such a small amount that my stopwatch can't notice a difference in it. Because I was using my stopwatch. And if my stopwatch can't get a difference in it, then I can't imagine that it's going to make a difference in the fight. But I did think of that first. I really wanted the casting ring to help me.
Now, son, this stopwatch was given to me by your father in Vietnam. I had it up my...
movie,
And we
James?
pulled the stopwatch out too soon. Elmano Mike. The ring and shield is for you to avoid using healing spells and use that time to do damage instead. Focus on dodging, and hit damage, not heal with spells. All right. We're going to do the Claymore. We're going to see what happens. I can appreciate James finding a way to Gouda him. Thank you, Dark Page. It's true, the plan was to become Goku on Ultra Instinct mode, Dragon Ball reference, and dodging everything and attack on each opportunity possible. You lose concentration when you try to use healing hocus spells. Leave that for faith builds. Okay. Elmano Mike, I gotta be honest, I would have never thought on changing the battle location to fight Gale and using the surroundings to my advantage. Okay. Oh, now this one's a hurtful one too, so maybe it's in the running for worst comment. I read this one already. Does GameFront host any game trainers that we can set James up with, Danny? If not, can someone set him up with a cheat engine already? It's clear at this point if he's not beating a boss in the first few attempts, he's going to find a way to cheese. So skip the middleman and just set him up with a cheat engine. These videos are self-masturbatory at this point.
Thank you. Yeah.
No, don't thank him.
Yeah.
Don't thank him. This
they're
is the
speaking
worst
the truth.
comment ever. All right. I bet your engagement will show the moment he started dry humping that wall is when the retention dipped, and you got a surge at the end of the video to see if he at least ended this nightmare.
Yes.
Lori says, I want to make a t-shirt design with a shaggy-haired James and the captured, oh my god, it's displaced.
Ursters flourish.
I disagree because there's a lot of people saying that that's their favorite part was that I changed the location. So
a lot of people?
Elmano Mike loved it.
And Amazing Jays, you
Dark
got two.
Page loved it. Let's see.
To cheese
Amazing
him.
Jays liked it. There's a lot of people that liked it.
But it's all people, they all admit that you're trying to find a way to cheese it. And I still, in my heart of hearts.
Oh, this video is not actually released yet.
Wow.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Put that in the announcements.
Sorry. Oh, no, neither is the next Resident Evil video.
Schmoly.
That's not released yet. Here comes James and Morgan in Dark Souls 2. Amazing Jays. LOL at that poisoning the smelter demon. Wasn't it right after using poison to kill this boss in the Iron Keep that the community rallied up against the poison play last time? I want to see you guys kill him in whatever fashion works best for you. But watching history repeat itself here is a bit ironic, don't you think?
But
I don't know.
this is the duality of Amazing Jays, because he wants you to repeat history by cheesing bosses, but he doesn't want you to repeat history by cheesing bosses. Pick a side, Amazing Jays.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think he
I'm
actually
worried about
wants
this,
us to
man.
poison it, but he's just afraid that we're going to get attacked by the viewers.
Maybe.
Morgan finally drinks the Kool-Aid and inconspicuously dons a tinfoil hat right under James's nose after years of gaslighting him for similar behaviors. What is this?
Oh no, what is it? I'm scared.
Wait, is this video out, or is this something that's out for like patron people?
No, it's out.
Okay.
Oh no, you're right. It is not out. It's got 6 views.
Oh my gosh.
There's just a lot of comments. That one's not out yet either.
Jesus.
Where's show
Danny?
Show him a couple
Where's
more
Danny?
videos that we have
We need
in the
Danny.
backlog.
Oh, this is the other one.
This is the first one. So run into the smelter. The run to the smelter is probably the worst in the game. Well, the run to alone sucks, but for the most part you can avoid the enemies, and if you choose to fight them, they have a decent drops. It's bad for sure. Same goes with the run to Lud and Solid.
I think Dark Souls 2 has the worst runs to bosses in general. of all the Souls games. I can't
Now,
think
I
of
don't follow
anything
this
worse.
next. I don't follow this comment thread. Hollow skin equals helmet. Then Zach says James Brain equals trash. DS rubbish. And then Kamikaze says it's right. That doesn't make any sense. Is this some sort of weird math equation I'm not familiar with?
Yeah.
Zach, tell me what you're talking about here.
The hollow skin, you guys literally spend time, you pick it up and then you can't find it in your inventory. And he's letting you know it's a helmet. And I'm letting you know your brain is trash.
That's not true, though. My brain is not trash. And it's not rubbish either. I got big, smart brain.
Yeah,
I got the biggest, smartest brain.
You can thumbs down that comment. I need to be put in my place because aren't I like a top? Oh, no, I don't have my little icons anymore.
Because you got bad.
We stripped you of all your medals.
No.
Dishonorably discharged from commenting.
Yeah, definitely dishonorably. I was about to be like, no, honorably, never.
Oh, so this is an important message here that I need to really be able to figure out what it means. Okay, so maybe my rubbish brain's having a struggle because I didn't know this. Amazing Jay says I need to clear the record for the moment about James and the Greatsword. James, you do not have to aim the Greatsword. The Greatsword is one of the few weapons in the game that you can manually aim even while locked on. But if you don't push any direction on the stick while you're attacking, it will only swing at the locked location on target 100% of the time. Okay. When the sword doesn't swing the way you want to, it's because you're pressing some other direction on the stick instead of leaving the stick in the neutral position.
Amazing Jays thinks you're going to remember this when we're playing the game?
Well, the problem is I might remember it playing the game, but when I'm panicking, I push all the sticks everywhere. Pelagius says, leave it be. The aiming greatsword aiming thing has been mentioned several times in comments, but it is still somehow an issue. James forgets the information he received like a minute later. I remember this. I've remembered this for a whole day because I read this comment yesterday, and I'm going to remember it today. Okay. The problem is in the moment it's so scary when you're surrounded and you're trying to panic. You're not trying to panic. You are panicking. Anyways. Jay says, wow, it just occurred to me that with these sorts of weapons, there exists the possibility of some very heinous sabotage on Parsec if all the other person does is slightly move the stick while the player is trying to attack. Is that what you've been doing?
No, you know for a fact that my controller doesn't work while yours is on.
Not for a fact. It seems like mine doesn't. I know that.
Then why do you ask me to unplug it every time you're
because yours always works.
I'm pretty sure,
won't.
James, you do this to Morgan, didn't you?
Yeah, you're the only one that's done it.
You did it when you guys did Limnus Gate.
Oh, you're the worst host ever,
me?
Zach.
Oh, my bad.
Wait, is that video even live?
Yeah. Oh, that's my bad. Spoiler alert, everybody.
Maybe it's like dual wielding then, where he knows what he means, but he says the wrong thing every time.
Yes, 100% that's what's going on.
He keeps saying he has a hard time with the greatsword because he has to aim it. He can keep his vocabulary, but I'll feel some satisfaction if he acknowledges that he understands how it actually works.
Yeah, he'll lie to your face if you want him to.
Oh my God, Morgan, am I the only upstanding citizen on this channel? It seems like it.
Do you guys want some chocolate cake? James, you just took a shit in your hand. You guys want some chocolate cake?
Feels great helping James. You can tell him the same thing next week, and he is none the wiser. Can James overcome his own bad habits? ?
I was actually going to strongly propose that GameFront reconsider mixing up the format and start to film 2 episodes at a time for these games, where at least one person's the expert. In theory, they need less help from comments and can guide themselves a little bit better. And then, of course, James or Morgan have more time to practice fighting along wrong boss runs without having to ramp up for 10 to 20 minutes at the start of each video, only to forget the rhythms of the fight again a week later and have to do it all over. Or maybe they could at least try doing an hour-and-a-half videos or something to help reduce the waste caused from taking a break every single week. This would mean that they need to play fewer games at a time, but with an hour-and-a-half-minute recording sessions per game, they could potentially chop those up into being 2 45 minutes. Okay. Find out next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't mind doing 2 recordings at a time. Oops.
Oh,
Get a
I
little
was trying to shrink that down.
repping
I
Jays.
wouldn't mind doing 2 videos at a time. I sometimes suggest it, especially when I'm fighting a boss. Like, I really desperately wanted to get another shot at Gale last week because I felt so close. I don't feel close right now. I don't feel close to beating him right now. But it's okay because I'll have time to warm up while I get the Claymore top leveled and find a Chaos Gem somewhere in the game.
you're still talking about Dark Souls 3?
I'm just saying, like, those
During
are
Dark Souls
scenarios
2.
where I would like to do 2 videos in a row. Is where I like that kind of thing. Don't you guys think? Didn't think you guys would find him. Good game.
You
Okay,
skipped
found
El Scorcho. Did you guys ever chase down the NPC who runs the spiral staircase away from you? And the answer is no. I don't think you did. He's up and across the chain bridge in a tower that descends. Amazing Jays. Yep, they ended one video taking him on, then forgot and went the opposite direction in the next video and bypassed him completely. As long as they are committed to getting all of the crowns from each DLC, they cannot get the crown in this DLC without finishing off the area that the... Why are you moving the cursor where I'm reading?
I was helping you.
It's doing the opposite.
Okay, go ahead.
Finishing off the area that the NPC is in. I hope they go back there. The Dark Souls 2 DLC has the most creative NPC invaders, you monster. It's behind
We gotta
me.
beat that boss. We gotta.
Yeah, no, I definitely didn't forget about that guy. I just wanted to go see where the actual boss was, and then we got stuck in a loop of going and fighting him. So we will definitely go back and fight that other guy.
Didn't think you guys would find him. Good game. All right. 2150 hit for hit, huh? 3310. Welcome to the age of the internet.
What is that one about?
Oh my God, we're gonna see more frickin' commercials.
This is one of my favorites, though, to be fair. God damn it, I love Credit Karma.
Hit for hit. That is funny watching him. This is Morgan.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, and then welcome to the age of the internet. We're gonna see another commercial.
You got to hear it, though, actually. It's the comment you made. It's okay. I don't think anyone can hear it.
Yeah, we can't hear it. What's it say?
Oh, you can't hear?
It's basically...
Sean Connery
You
died.
guys... Oh, yeah. A year
Oh,
ago.
yeah.
A year ago.
Well, why was I getting
You
an
both are
article
just,
about
like,
it?
mind blown.
I totally forgot that happened.
Dude, Sean Connery died, man.
Why was I getting a news article about it?
Because it's the anniversary of his death. It's coming
I
up.
guess I just didn't realize.
You got to get out there and watch The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. A James Bond movie, I'm guessing. Maybe because the Bond movies came out. That might have been a reason why. Are you staring at me trying to burn a hole in my head?
Kamikaze Ice. James versus How to Basic. Places box of eggs by James and laughs. I have no idea what that means.
What the hell that means?
I don't know what How to Basic
Must
is.
be a Canadian joke.
Canadian thing.
Canadians. We love them.
We love
Don't
it.
understand them.
They're
No
just
idea what they're
very
talking about.
smart. They're very smart comedians, and
Hey,
it is
James,
sometimes over my head.
if I charged you $2.95 for a coffee and you gave me $3, what would I give you?
Well, I'd probably just leave it for a tip.
You would give a 5-cent tip, you sick bastard.
It's better than Nickelback.
Oh, you got me. You took it. You ran with it.
Amazing Jays. James, your memory is hilarious /scary/sad. You made yourself the shield that also fires bolts from a boss soul this very playthrough. Neolite, Jays, my man, they can't remember the things they did last week in a game they've been playing for years. Zach, Israel boy. Yeah, Jays, I think we need to start worrying about you, actually.
So are they saying that maybe that shield that fires bolts we could use in this scenario? Because I do remember that shield now. I don't think we've really used it much.
Jays is like writing novels for like 4-year-olds. It's just adorable. He expects you guys to retain it all. It's just like, and now doth run through the window.
The Dark
What the
Genius. It's Cool Ranch. If you haven't gotten the reference yet, this DLC is when normal Smelter, okay, cool, earned the name Nacho Cheese. Anyway, this guy does magic damage, so don't use fire gear. Well, okay. Use some of it because the Iron Passage run-up is full of it, but instead focus on magic defense. Use blue burrs over orange, spell quartz over flame quartz, etc. Also, you found Hollow Skin. That's a helmet I mentioned a few videos ago, which has 1,000 curse resists. It makes you immune to curse buildup. Wow, it's ugly as sin, but it's quite useful in the various foggy areas of the Broom Tower.
Oh, we need that to go down and fight that guy in the spiral staircase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. We will use that. Here's a tip with Iron Passage. This is one of the only areas where the game actively encourages running through it while also heavily punishing you if you do it wrong. There are clerics that cast Pwop, Promised Walk of Peace, a hex that drastically slows players' movement, along the lower path, making it a real slog. But if you're fast and take the upper path by flipping the lever and running through the gate that opens through it, though it closes shortly after, and if you miss it, you're effed due to the lever also opening a bunch of cells containing more enemies. That sounds exciting. I don't remember doing that without practice and taking time to learn how to dodge and release the enemies. You get about 15 seconds and have to do it twice. It sounds fun, but I don't know that that's really a good...
If anyone owns Tesla right now, might be a time to sell some.
What happened? It
just broke 1,000.
Wow. Is that going up or going down?
That's going up.
Oh, good for them.
Wait, what's up? Sorry, I was reading a...
Tesla.
Oh, Tesla?
Broke 1,000.
Nasty.
Nah, keep your money in Dogecoin. Doge, man. That's where it's gonna be.
No, not Dogecoin, but I just hate Elon. You guys know that. All right. 222 Morgan reminds me of JJJ from Spider-Man when he laughs sometimes. Not an insult. Was just funny, lol. But in all honesty, that was a pretty bad one. I mean, James is my guy, but that one was pre-bred. James, can you listen to that and tell me if I sound like JJJ, whoever that is?
James Jonah Jameson.
Nice, James.
Mm.
Ooh, and there's a spider in that book.
Oh, it's the laugh.
Oh,
it's the laugh.
It is. That's a good laugh. That was really from the heart.
Maniacal slash. Yeah, real.
Let me see.
Real good.
Always aim to be at his back.
Well,
Mitchie boy.
J.K. Simmons plays him in the movies.
Even
in he's in the new one.
That's not an insult in any stretch.
No way.
I would only take that as a compliment.
Have you seen him in Whiplash?
I haven't seen Whiplash.
Dude is.
I haven't seen it either.
Just fucking. I mean, you know what I'm talking about? The CGs on him, intense. Come, guys.
Tech for too long. Oh, you didn't need to say it. You didn't need to say
no
it.
one seemed to really get his.
I didn't get it, and I didn't need to get it.
But now you got it.
Tech for too long. I had PTSD over this area. It wasn't that hard, but for some reason I struggled with old smelt. James made it look killer easy. He was down to less than half in no time. I've renewed energy to steamroller this MFer. Thanks, James. Okay.
Nice. Good job, Tech for too long. Telling it like it is. El Scorcho, James had that classic Heaney panic face during his trip to the Boss Fog.
Yeah, I have some serious stress going on during that run. I just want to get to the boss and fight him.
Are you okay?
No.
Do you, is it like a nervous twitch that you right-click things over and over again?
Yes.
Do you want to see what's going on in the Microsoft News panel?
I keep looking at the time because I've got an audition in 2.5 hours.
Yeah. Zach is a real boy. We're dealing with a movie set where the actors show up and don't remember the lines or places. It's rude. We're both professional actors, so.
And I don't mean to right click. It's that's an accident, and it's not a nervous twitch. It's just my mouse is finicky.
Oh, you're just like Alec Baldwin.
I watched. Oh my god, that is too soon.
Wow, that is way inappropriate.
Why? What do you mean?
Way inappropriate.
I'm talking about the Nintendo Switch or whatever on the plane when he got upset about that. What are you guys talking about?
So I watched Anchorman a whole bunch of times because I did the Ron Burgundy thing at the San Diego Rock and Roll Marathon. But at the end, they do these outtakes from the movies, and it's really funny because you see Will Ferrell doing improv, you see Christina Applegate or Apple there, but in the outtakes they put some Burt Reynolds stuff up where he's like not in the movie at all. It's like some movie that he was filming in the 70s, and his outtakes are so bad. He's with the woman,
Sally Field. He's
with Sally Field, and she says
Didn't he
her
marry
line,
Sally Field?
I don't know. She was so sweet to him in these outtakes, and he looked like such an idiot.
Yeah.
She would say his line, and then he would say her line, and she would be like, "No, that's my line." And then I feel like he might have said, "That's my line," and like was just completely not like understanding the script.
Is that who Ron Burgundy based the character off of?
It might be.
I think
because
there's
it
some
was
of that there.
funny.
Like,
yeah. Was it Smokey and the Bandit?
It might have
yes.
been. I had not seen the movie.
I think she's in at least the first one.
Yeah, she's in the first one for sure. Ralph Murphy.
The lightning mage pulled a James and used a spell to heal right in front of him. How ironic.
You love to see it.
Yep. Oh, this is a good one. Back in 2014/15, when you guys were first attempting NG Plus of DS2, before James eventually threw in the towel on that playthrough after 100+ deaths at the Chariot Demon. This series of rooms leading up to the Smelter demon boss fight are much harder on New Game Plus with the bonus red phantoms added to each one. I was anxiously anticipating James' struggle here when Mitch was telling James he didn't know if James would be able to beat the DLC if he went straight on to New Game Plus to try it. Also, James, this boss does magic damage, hence the blue flame. Trying to use the orange burr to reduce his damage won't work. Use the blue burr if you must. I must.
That's what that other comment must be about, because at one point I eat an orange burr in the next video.
Spoiler.
Oh, no.
Oh, and that's that. And that's that.
What else do you guys have that aren't loaded up?
Oh.
Just Resident Evil.
Oh, James, we can see all of this. I don't know what you're doing. You're stopping streaming, but we can still see the screen.
How do you see the screen?
Because
you're
Zach
sharing your window with me. Because Zach is a real boy.
We could have just signed off. We could have been
I didn't know.
Thanks so much, but we're gonna go. But now it just looks like it says the stream has ended. Cricket noise.
I closed it.
We ended the stream?
No.
Oh, we're still streaming.
James is in a real hurry, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out this week. We'll see you next week, where Zach will be handling all things again.
It's got to be up to me. I got my Stream Deck over here. I'll slap my sausage fingers against it.
Bam, 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 bam. He's gonna have a little horn.
Do you really have a Stream Deck?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he's got two of them.
Really? I got the extra large one.
Mm-hmm.
I got the large one, and then I got the small one.
Mm-hmm.
How do you?
Which one do you?
Have you ever seen one of those TikTok videos where they take like a small beverage and they're able to fill the glasses up?
Yeah.
Same thing with Stream Decks, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Same amount of buttons. No matter how you work it.
It's more about like the processor inside, you know?
Yeah.
I get technology real well, don't you guys?
I don't know if you're lying about these Stream Decks or if you're telling the truth.
I'm going to show you my Stream Deck right now.
Oh my God, I'm so jealous. All those lights. Do they each light up when you press it?
Yeah, actually, and when it falls asleep, it plays Pac-Man.
No,
That's what
doesn't.
I've decided to do with this device.
James, can I borrow $20 from you?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Why?
Okay.
I
need to buy you a new mouse. So you don't have a sensitive mouse.
Well, you know what it is. My mouse
it's broken. It sounds like it's broken.
It used to be wireless.
Is it broken? You can just say it's broken.
Show us your mouse.
It used to be wireless, but the mouse no longer will hold a charge, so it has to be plugged in.
So it's broken.
Yeah, that's another nice way to say broken.
It's not
The
broken.
battery inside of it doesn't work anymore.
It's just that with the plug running from my computer so far away, when I make certain moves, it presses the cord down on one of the two mouse buttons on top.
Yeah. Okay. So just if you could just buy a new mouse.
What
It's
brand
fine.
is
You
that?
can buy a new mouse. We'll get you a new mouse. If you won't loan me the money, I'll just personally buy you one.
Well, the thing is I need my mouse to have all of these buttons.
Oh
on
my
it.
god.
Okay. Okay.
Do you
so
have your own
all
little
you're gonna
stream
need
deck
to
on the
do
side?
is that's like a $30 mouse.
It's like 40, but still.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we could all pitch in
Plus
if that's what we
tax.
need.
We
All
can
right.
do this.
Well,
Trick or
that's
treat.
nice. That's nice of you to offer, and I will take you up on it.
Oh, we can probably get the Razer Zephyr for you, and
What is that?
it's Razer's
So
face mask.
Like a warm breeze.
Oh, I'm on the hold. Like when that finally releases, I'm supposed to be notified. They never told me.
It's
I put
released,
myself-
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. I signed up on their website to be notified when it became available, and I've never been notified.
Oh, well, you're gonna look ridiculous walking around with it on if you do get it.
Why? It looked so
Let me see
cool.
this.
You haven't seen it, dude? It's like a painter's
Uh-uh.
mask, but it has RGB Razer style like filters, and it's I'm sure it's a really useful product for what it needs to do, but it's pretty. I mean, it's got Bluetooth, right? Like your face mask has Bluetooth.
I mean, I had seen it way back at the beginning of COVID.
Well, I think originally it was a prototype that they had another name for it, and it looked sleeker. Now it's a little like more clunky, at least looking in my mind. That especially where I live, on an island where everything's a little more rustic. I would look like a fucking alien walking into places.
Oh, they don't even have the. Oh, here we
weird.
go.
I'm looking at the pictures of them. I mean, they have little fans in them.
Yeah, no, it's
That is cool.
if you lived somewhere that you wouldn't look like a space alien.
I mean, just enough people need to wear them. I would get one of these.
I would totally get one, but I don't.
Okay,
think
guys,
they're
let's do
available
it.
right now.
It'd be nice to wear to like the movies or whatever, because like
Hell
you
yeah!
know.
Lights just going.
I mean,
I have a
turn
call,
the- I would-
guys. I have a call.
I would never turn the lights on. It's just the fans. Just having the
you
fans.
can make Bluetooth phone calls while you're in the theater,
Yeah.
and you just put your fans on.
I just
high
sound like
so it
Bane.
makes so nobody can hear your conversation.
Go get it.
I'll show you. What is it?
Yeah, I've already signed up, so it's not available. It says notify me, which I've already signed up.
You
for
adopted the dog. I was born in it.
That's a good one. That's a great impression.
It's not too hard to do. You just got to cup your mouth. Anybody could do it. I could get my nephew down here at 8 years old. He'd sound exactly
But
like
when
that.
I do it, I don't have that authentic accent.
I think it sounds just like Bane.
Really?
Yeah. No.
Oh.
Kind of lost it there with the high pitched really.
You guys remember when
Oh.
James was in a hurry until he started talking about something that he wanted to talk about?
Oh, yeah.
I gotta go.
Do we want to
I
go over
gotta go.
We can go over your lines real quick if you want.
We got to play some games. We got to record some stuff.